Hello and welcome back to another Arizona Cardinals franchise video. In the last one, it was week 1, Kyler Murray's professional debut, and we unfortunately came up short to the Detroit Lions. It was a nail biter, it came down to the wire, but we had a costly deflection interception at the end of the game. Now I know the Lions aren't, considered to be a great team, but having such a close game with them and, having more than enough chances to win, that just tells me that we can hang with probably most of the at least middle tier teams, which honestly, if you look at the top of the screen across the first 6 weeks, it seems like we're only playing middle tier teams. And while we're talking about our future opponents, in this episode we got the Ravens to contend with. They've obviously got Lamar Jackson, who's one of the best quarterbacks of the year so far in real life. I don't quite know how he did in the first game of this franchise, but judging by the fact that the Ravens are 0-1, he probably didn't do so good because I know they were playing the Dolphins. But he's got crazy speed and he'll probably be running a lot, so that'll be frustrating to contend with. But hopefully we can get the job done. They're also going to have Mark Ingram pounding the football, so it's going to be a very run-heavy offense we're going to be facing. Their wide receivers, I wouldn't say they're too strong of a group there. I mean, nobody over an 80 overall. We do have some speed to contend with Marquise Brown, but other than that, I'm not too worried about the wide receivers or tight end, I guess. Their O-line is pretty solid. I mean, they've got a couple good guys, a couple no good guys. But overall, their offensive line should be pretty good, especially since our defensive line is pretty bad. They probably won't have too much trouble keeping us away from the quarterback. Their defensive line is looking pretty solid as well, which is not a good sign because last week we faced a pretty solid defensive line and we got sacked, I think it was 7 times. Now their secondary is what might give us some trouble here. It actually looks pretty good. The Lions secondary was not very good except for Darius Slay, but here we've got 3 cornerbacks all over an 80 overall. And then both of their safeties, especially Earl Thomas and here Tony Jefferson, they're gonna be tough to contend with. So this might be a real test for Kyler Murray here, facing a pretty strong secondary. We'll see what kind of job he can get done. But now that we know what we're up against, it's only time to get right into the game. So it's Kyler Murray's second game. Some of the excitement has waned after his debut. And now it's just the season-long grind. All right, so we are getting set for the kickoff here. I don't know, because I'm doing this commentary live, so I don't know what I left in from the intro there. But at the very beginning of the intro, the guy made a comment about how good of a week 1 Mark Ingram had. So I don't know exactly how good of a week that was, but it's kind of scary because now we got to really worry about stopping him if he's got the hot hand. And he's going to hit him out right, and he runs backwards, so we're actually going to get a loss of yards on that play. All right, I'm down with that. Now, at the beginning of the game here, I'll ramble a little bit. I know in the last video I mentioned how fun of a game, or how fun of a time I had playing that last game, and how excited that made me to continue playing this series. But then when I was editing it, I had all kinds of trouble. Like, the recording from the PlayStation itself was like skipping like entire seconds worth of frames, and it was messing up the audio, and it was really frustrating. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again this time. But if it does, what's most likely to happen is that the next episode will end up being a post-game commentary. So, meaning I'll play the game on my own first, and then after I'm done editing and everything, then I'll talk over it, almost like a highlight reel type situation. But I'm kind of hoping that's not what happens, because I like commentating live more, because then it's real, genuine excitement that's happening now, and we stop them, so we force a 3-and-out, no yards gained on the drive. That's a good first performance from our defense here. I'm going to run this jet sweep type deal again like I did at the beginning of last game. I was going to run a counter to the left, but it looks like they're pretty heavy over there, so we're going to change this top to the right. Kirk with some speed is able to get out a little bit, only gains 3 yards. Couldn't quite get past. There was a man there waiting, but Kirk with his speed is able to make a little something out of it. And that's a good start from Johnson, a nice 12-yard pickup, so maybe we're going to be able to gain some yards in this game. Oh, we got a little bit of a hole here. Kyler Murray, he's taking off, and he's going to slide down there for, what was that, like a 20-yard pickup almost? I don't know exactly. Maybe it was more than that. Charles Clay is wide open, and that's going to be the first touchdown of the game. Charles Clay continuing his huge game from last one. He didn't score a touchdown in the last game, I don't think. But this one, he is picking up a touchdown on the first drive of the game, and we're going to take an early lead. This one could not have gotten started better. This is exactly what I wanted. Establish the run game to open up the passing game. Just perfect. Oh, are we going to get that? Pat Pete with the interception. Lamar Jackson just kind of hurled that one up there, thinking Marquise Brown would run everybody out. But he did not. Patrick Peterson was there picking up his first interception of the season. And this game couldn't be off to a better start. A quick score after a stop, and now another stop on the interception. Whew. And we're going to hit Fitzgerald. He didn't have a very big week one, so he's looking to get open a little bit more in this one, get some more attention his way. I'm going to go for the run again on third down here. We got short yards. They might be expecting the pass. And why did he take so long to hand that off? I feel like Kyler held on to that way too long, and he didn't hand that off quick enough. So we're going to be facing a 4th and 2. There's really... online, I would definitely be going for it, but in this, I'm not too sure I want to go for it here. I'm just going to play it safe, punt it away, hopefully pin them deep in their own territory here like we did twice in the last game. Now that one's going to get into the end zone. And that, we got to make the tackle. Okay, Marquise Brown in open field is not fun. That play, he was only open because I decided to run a quarterback blitz there, and of course, he hits the guy immediately that's left open for a couple seconds. So we've got a third down stop opportunity here, 3rd and 1. And they're probably going to run it to Ingram. Oh, man, I thought I was there, and then my guy just tumbled, and Ingram's breaking tackles. Oh, this is not what we could have happen here. I thought I was playing it safe by punting it, and all I did was allow them to drive down the field in record time and score a touchdown. Jesus. And that one's going to be complete to Fitzgerald. He's going to pick up the first. So we get another conversion here. Fitzgerald already with 2 catches, or 3 catches on the day, actually. We're going to take another sack. Man, the one thing that has been going well this game is I've been making a lot of quick throws. That's why we've had a pretty good amount of success in the passing game. But the second I try to run a deep route to let things develop, that's when we're going to get sacked, because our line is just not going to be able to protect, to hold, or our line's not going to be able to hold strong for all that long.
6-7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3.
No, tackle him. Jesus, I should have had him with Chandler Jones, but I'm an idiot, and I tried to strip tackle him. Oh, and again, our coverage gets blown. I tried to hit him hard with the safety to try and pop that one loose and force the incompletion, but the hit stick didn't work. And we did it. We stopped him behind the line, so they're not going to be able to pick up the first or the touchdown. That's probably going to force a field goal here. Good job by Chandler Jones. And Charles Clay gets himself open. This dude is just a target machine. He's always open, it seems like. And Kirk going to pick up the first down with his legs there on the little drag route. And that one almost didn't work, but we got the pass off just in time, and David Johnson able to work his magic with his first receiving touchdown of the year on the little slip screen. That was, I can't believe that resulted in a touchdown. That play almost got blown up before it even started, and somehow it became a touchdown. And we are going to take a 14-10 lead. Oh, that one actually almost didn't go in. I got to pay attention to the wind. Oh, and we missed the pick. Patrick Peterson with the deflection, and Thompson, I don't even know who Thompson is, but he comes up with the deflection interception. What a play. And now we are like one play away from field goal range with 3 timeouts, so we're looking to put even more up on the board here before the half. And Kirk again on the drag route. It's deadly. We're into field goal range. Oh no, we get sacked. I was going to see if anyone could get open in the end zone to take a shot, but I got to remember our line is trash. We're still going to go for the field goal here. I know Zane Gonzalez has like 96 kick power or something, but his accuracy is poo-poo. And with the wind, I don't know if that's going to go in. It has the... Okay, I was going to say it has the accuracy, but it also has the distance. And we're going to take a 7-point lead going into the half, 17-10. I don't think we were leading last week at the half, but we do this time. Our offense, it's here and there. It's strong sometimes and weak other times, but we put up 17 points.
Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now.
I just heard the announcers say that we beat the Detroit Lions. That's just simply not true. Andy Isabella, another drag route. Oh my... Oh, what is happening? What just happened there? I ran the counter play. It got absolutely blown up. But somehow Johnson squeezed through. I don't even know what happened there, but we pick up the first. And we're going to have to attempt another field goal. This one's slightly longer than the last one. 54 yards from Zane Gonzalez. See if he can hit it. I didn't do the best job there. And the wind's going to help us. And it bounces up and through the uprights. It hit the crossbar, but bounced up and in. That's 2 field goals of 50 yards or more out of Zane Gonzalez. That's a pretty solid day out of our kicker there. Man, how was he open? He was just sitting there. Oh, man. And stop him. Stop him. Oh, don't tell me he picked up the first. They did. They picked up the first down, but not the touchdown. So they have 4 tries to... All right, well, the first attempt doesn't work. They get a loss here of 2 yards. Now they're on the 3. And that's going to be a sack. They try to run a play action, and I think his name is Zach Allen. Gets a sack, I should say. He's the only one who's gotten a sack so far for us on the year. 1 in week 1 and 1 so far in this game. But that's you can't get your first sack of the day in a better spot. They're going to run a slip screen, and we're there, so we stop them. We're going to force another field goal here. That's 2 times we've stopped them on the goal line and forced a field goal. So there's this defense, we're bending, but we're not breaking so far. Kyler Murray taking off. He's got to outrun these guys. Oh, man, that guy, that cornerback or whoever that was, I didn't think he was going to be a factor in that play. I saw a big open field for Kyler, but we still pick up the first, so that's a good pickup. Andy Isabella's going to be there if he can't make the guy miss. That would have been an easy touchdown if he did. But that catch from Isabella is going to take us into the 4th quarter with a 7-point lead, and we're almost in the red zone. I'm just going to run it with Kyler. I see some openings, and I'm lucky he didn't fumble there. I tried to I tried to curl back outside because he could have gotten a touchdown if he did, but that guy was there to make the play. Very lucky that Kyler Murray didn't fumble that one. And David Johnson's going to catch it and take it into the end zone for his second receiving touchdown of the game. He's having a bigger day through the air than he is on the ground. So once again, we are up by 2 scores, 14 points this time, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. So we have a little bit of a cushion here to work with on defense. So obviously we don't want to allow points, but if we do, it should be fine for now because they're starting to run out of time here in the fourth quarter. And we get to him for the sack, a covered sack, and that's Zach Allen again. We got to change his name to Sack Allen because that's his 3rd sack on the year and the 2nd one of the day. All right, we are looking to run the clock now on this drive. Run the clock out as much as we can. 2-score lead, and that's actually going to be a big hole for David Johnson. He's going to take that one, makes this guy miss, and he makes another man miss. David Johnson in open field now, and he's going to run that one all the way in for a touchdown, 80-yard touchdown for David Johnson. That is finally the play where he breaks out. I've been waiting for that these first 2 weeks for him to do something big, and he finally does there on an 80-yard touchdown run, his 3rd total touchdown of the day. Oh, man. That one was all on me. It switched me into the wrong guy at first. And then when I switched to the right guy, I just completely whiffed. So they're going to get a big score here on a quick drive. That is definitely not what we wanted. We can't be letting them have quick touchdowns like that. All right, well, now this looks pretty familiar. Up by 14 once again with literally like 40 seconds less on the clock than the last time we started a drive, but this one we're looking to run time off the clock after 2 big touchdowns, and Johnson's getting into open field again. Oh my God, I thought he broke another one loose there, but number 44 there on the Ravens able to make a touchdown-saving tackle. And Johnson's in open field again. He is picking up huge chunk yardage here. Johnson has really turned it on here at the end of this game. We're going to pass here, try and pick up the first, and Kyler can't get the throw off again. Anytime we need a deep route to develop, we always get sacked. Another slip screen that I didn't see. Another tackle broken by Ingram, and he's in the open field, able to force him out of bounds. Mark Ingram is deadly on those slip screens in this game, and it's really starting to get on my nerves because he breaks the first tackle every single time on those. And we can't break that pass up. He's going to catch that Snead inside the 20-yard line, but crucially the clock's kept running. Oh, I thought I was there, and I stopped because I didn't think they were going to throw it to that route. And that's going to be a touchdown. I thought maybe he had stepped out of bounds originally, and that'd be illegal touching, but I guess not. And they're able to punch this one in and make it a one-score game yet again, put a little bit of pressure on us. I'm going to try to pick this one up. I'm going to try and throw the ball here. This probably isn't the best play for that, honestly. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to call a timeout here because if I want to pick up this first down, I can't be running PA Power O with 12 yards to pick up. And that play is going to be made. Christian Kirk on the catch, and he might take this to the house, honestly. On the slant play, we were only trying to pick up a first down, and Christian Kirk is going to have an 80-yard touchdown, our second 80-yard touchdown on the day, and that for sure is going to ice this game as we go up by 2 scores yet again with just a minute 15 left, and they only have 1 timeout, and I might have just blown that extra point. Yep, our first missed kick on the year. And that's a pick. Brock Sr., whoever that is, he's going to take it all the way back to the house. A pick six. Third interception of Lamar Jackson on the day, and that one's going to go back for 6. And another big touchdown. We almost ended up with 50 points. And for whatever reason, it's having us go for 2. I'm not going to do that. We're just gonna kick it. And he hits Marquise Brown over the middle. And that's going to end this game. 0-0 on the clock. And we pick up our first win of the year against the Baltimore Ravens. This was it went from being a close game to a rout to a close game again somehow to a rout. So we're going to look at some stats here after that game. And the first thing we notice here is Kyler Murray with the perfect passer rating. Now, I don't know how passer rating works, but I just know that for whatever reason, 158.3 is as high as it can go. And Kyler Murray achieved that on the day. 23 for 27 on his attempts today on 337 yards. That's good for an 85% completion percentage. He threw for 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. So that definitely is what led him to a perfect passer rating. Now, on the other team, Lamar Jackson, he threw for 459 yards. So I was thinking he was going to beat us on the ground. And if anything, he beat us through the air. I mean, he didn't beat us at all. But he was kind of torching our secondary. He did throw 3 interceptions, though. So even though he was picking up yardage, he was not all that accurate in keeping the ball away from my team. Now, rushing, David Johnson did have a huge day, mostly off the back of that one big 80-yard touchdown. But he went for 163 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries. Kyler Murray also picking up 56 on the ground. And crucially, Lamar Jackson only with 8 rushing yards on 3 attempts. That was big. Receiving, we had nobody over 5 catches. Kirk, Johnson, and Clay all went for 5 catches. Kirk for 128 yards, though. He had another 80-yard touchdown. David Johnson catching 2 touchdowns, and Charles Clay with a touchdown of his own. Andy Isabella putting up almost an identical performance to week 1, 4 catches, 52 yards. Fitzgerald, again, he's not factoring in too much. He's not having the biggest days, which honestly is a good sign for me. If I can win and put up these kind of numbers without relying on Larry Fitzgerald, that's going to be a good sign moving forward in this franchise, because that tells us that we don't need the veteran once he retires. Defensively, though, Patrick Peterson, I got to give the defensive MVP to. He had 9 tackles as a cornerback. He also had the interception, the first pick we had on the day, and it's not going to show up anywhere, or I guess here with pass deflections, but he was pretty much the only reason that Deontay Thompson was able to get his interception, because Pat Peterson jumped the route, deflected the ball, and Thompson was able to scoop it up. And then obviously we had that 64-yard pick 6 from Tremaine Brock Sr. at the end of the game. I also just want to point out the fact that we scored 27 points in the fourth quarter. We scored more points in the fourth quarter than we did the first 3. And after David Johnson's big game, it looks like he's going to be getting an upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can tack onto him. So we're going to give him the skill point here for elusive back, see what that does for him. And it's going to upgrade, it's not going to upgrade his speed, but we do get +2 to elusiveness, +1 to carrying, which I think is preventing fumbles. So, alright, he goes up to an 88 overall. That's nice to see. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of the Arizona Cardinals franchise. We pick up our first win on the season, improving to 1-1. Kyler Murray with a big day, throwing for 4 touchdowns. He's thrown for 7 touchdowns already in this season, and we're only through 2 weeks. So Kyler Murray looking like the rookie that he was supposed to be, being the number 1 overall pick. Make sure if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you don't want to miss any more of these Cardinals franchise videos, hit that subscribe button. But that's all I've got for you guys in this one, and I will see you in the next one.